I'm someone who vehemently believes that politics should be kept out of sports. And although I never thought I'd be making a video on the subject, I couldn't help but comment on a column I came across in the Toronto Sun written by Brian Lilley. The title is enough in itself at being ridiculous in its blatant attempt to politicize the NHL and an individual player. It reads, Trudeau should deny Ovechkin a visa to enter Canada to play Leafs in January. The subsequent quote goes even further. You shouldn't get to back a genocidal, murderous dictator and be given a free pass. Statements like this are so incredibly disingenuous and is the oldest and dirtiest trick in the book by people like Lilley. Trying to suggest that Ovechkin supports in any shape or manner the killing of civilians or any brutality whatsoever perpetrated by Putin or the Russian government. It's pretty egregious. The column stems from a recent letter that was sent to the Canadian government by the Ukrainian Canadian Congress asking that Ovechkin not be granted a visa on January 23rd when the Capitals visit Toronto for a game against the Maple Leafs. The reasoning Lilley gives is that Ovi is a vocal backer of a murderous dictator Vladimir Putin, which echoes the UCC's opinion that Ovi continues to support Putin as his president, has never condemned Russia's genocidal war, and continues to post a photo of himself with Putin on his social media account. If it was up to Lilley, Ovechkin would have been banned earlier in the season when the Caps visited Canada. I never really knew of any serious relationship between Ovi and Putin, but I was curious to see what Lilley was referring to exactly. The photo with Putin that was mentioned looks like it was from around 2016-ish. And yes, it still remains on his Instagram account. He also started a social media movement called Putin Team in 2017 as a lead up to the 2018 Russian elections. Although others speculate it was initiated by a Moscow consulting firm. The last post on this account was made on March 11, 2022. Interestingly, Evgeny Malkin supported Putin Team as well, but there was no call to prevent him from entering Canada. Soon after the conflict began, Ovi stated, obviously, it's a hard situation. I have lots of friends in Russia and in Ukraine, and it's hard to see the war. I hope soon it's going to be over and it's going to be peace in the whole world. He went on to further say, something I can't control. You know, it's not in my hands. How I said, like I hope it's going to end soon and it's going to be peace in both countries. I don't control this one. And lastly, he would say, please, no more war. It doesn't matter who's in the war. Russia, Ukraine, in different countries. I think we live in a world we have to live in peace. Ovechkin is the biggest sports star that has ever come out of Russia. Born and raised in Moscow, he loves his native country and spends his off-season there. Becoming the legend that he's become, it's no surprise that he's met Putin on several occasions, like many other Russian athletes, and has developed a warmer relationship more than most. But to suggest that Ovi somehow supports any of Putin's actions or those of the Russian government is ridiculous. If this is the standard we want to establish, then it can be used against any other athlete from any nation. A different columnist could have written that American athletes be banned because of the US government's war on Iraq in 2003 that killed approximately 200,000 civilians. There are many in the US that have called that a genocide. And one can go further and ban athletes from Saudi Arabia, Iran, and China. Should we make it a standard that you, as an individual, have to vocalize and make known every wrong that is committed by your respective country? Or else? I don't think so. Simply put, keep politics out of the NHL. I don't think Ovi will be barred from entering Canada, but you never know. Anyways, let me know your thoughts on this and hit that subscribe button.